It's only a cheap tool, but does the job. Strips there. That's not good. That's off. There's the ambulance. Hopefully I won't strip the thread on this one. Always got further to go. That was my mistake on the last one. That and the rookie error of leaving the bolt in. Don't do that. Oh. There we go. Easy when you do it right. Could be hunting high and low for hours in my garage to try and find the right size spanner. So use the Bodger's Choice mill grips. Quite loose. I'm not adjusting this, I'm going to replace it completely. I'll have a look at those bearing surfaces in a minute. Drive side should go the wrong way around. And it's left hand thread usually. I'm hoping that this is. find the right size spanner. Okay, big adjustable and some decent penetrating oil. See if that gives it a go. I've already loosened it a bit. It is rather tight. Make sure it's got a good. That's definitely a left-hand thread. Oh, here he comes. Problem is with adjustables, you adjust when you don't want them to. Right. The chain stays in the way a little bit. Easier if I could get it with my hand. Well, it's coming loose now. Not quite. Yeah, I'd have been here forever with the mole grips. Got it. There we go. I'll check those out in a minute. Well, as you've seen, I've made a mess of the inside of that thread. See if I can zoom in on it a bit. Don't focus that close. Yeah. Chewed that up, so I'm going to have to find another crank arm. My own fault, nobody to blame. And the bearings. Bearings themselves are actually alright. I'm not sure if you can see. The actual race on the spindle is pitted very badly. So I made the right decision to get a new bottom bracket. Even if it did mean I've got to get a crank arm as well. Got a new stem that I'm going to fit as well. Much longer throw, put more weight over the front wheel because it's quite twitchy on the steering. I'm going to have to strip the paint off that because I'm not having a fluorescent green stem. So anyway, put that to one side. The next job is to measure the bottom bracket spindle and the actual bottom bracket itself. Then I can get the right sized ambulance going past. Get the right sized bottom bracket. Yeah, so I've got one of these calipers for measuring. Let's just zero that. They're quite cheap, 20 quid from eBay. I've got older ones from when I used to work in engineering, but 67 or thereabouts. And the spindle we're looking at, yeah, 130, 132, or near enough, square, tapered spindle bottom bracket. Here we are a few days later. I've got the bike on a stand that I've acquired, so that's going to make life a lot easier. Here it is, flying in the air. There we go, so you should be able to see the the old bottom bracket with the open bearings, new one, sealed bearings, completely sealed. That should be a lot better. You should also be able to see that is a reverse thread. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. So that screws in the wrong way, that's the drive side. Sunrace, they're the company that makes Sturmey Archer now, I think. And of course, special tool that sits in the appropriate recess for tightening it. As you see, same width. So that should hopefully solve my clicking bottom bracket and be a lot smoother. Start by giving that a bit of a clean out. It's a bit rusty in there, I don't like the look of that, so I'll just squirt some light oil in there and get rid of some of that rust. Okay, what I'm doing now on the other side, as you can see, that's the old cup from the non-drive side. It's quite rusty, the threads in there, so what I'm going to do is just run this through, because the last thing I want is the new one to be cross-threaded. That's going to cause me a world of trouble. So I'm going to clean the threads using the old cup and a little bit of 3-in-1 oil on the threads, just to clean some of the rust off. Moving it backwards and forwards and giving it a wriggle as it's going in, break some of that rust up. Getting tight there. That's starting to lock up. It's still a good 1/4 of an inch, if not more, to go. I'll have to keep going at this for a while. Show you a little trick here. If the threads are a bit rusty, you can get some metal polish. I've already chased the threads once, but it's still a bit tight just to the amount of rust that's in there. Give this a clean up again. Now remember, this is the chain side, the drive side, so the thread goes the wrong way to tighten. It's a left hand thread. So I've got to be careful getting this in the right place to start, because I don't want it going in cross-threaded, that'll ruin the frame. There we go. Moving it backward and forward should polish some of the crap out of the threads, in theory. I've actually done this with quite fine work. I've done it with camera lenses before now, on the helix, focusing helix. That was a tedious job. Ooh. And this is quite tedious at getting tight, so I'll not have you sit through it. Remember to clean out all the metal polish. And I've chased it through again, this time with oil. Ooh, now it's time to slap some grease on. Some people don't use grease on the threads, but at some point in the future you've got to get the thing off again. I'll get a bit in the centre as well, because there were a bit of rust there. It'll stop it rusting in future. Get the other side. Don't drop that. I'm going to put a bit around the inside of this part as well. This fits basically, well, over the end there, creates a whole solid unit. So I'll get a bit of grease in the inside of there, and then we can start putting it in. I've got to be really careful with this and make sure it's absolutely concentric with the bottom bracket itself. Right. Let's get at it from a different angle. That's going on quite well actually. Right, get to the point where it's a bit more difficult to get on with the fingers. I'll get the other side on. Just undoing that a bit so I can get the other side in a little bit further. Seems to be, that's catching there. I'm hoping I've not cross-threaded it. No, that's there. Doesn't help when the hand's full of grease. There. I've cut the thread at an angle. That's how easy it is to do. That's going on fine now. Just get it to the point where I'll need a spanner because my hands are slipping off this tool. Remembering to go correct direction. Yeah, gonna need a spanner. Okay, so this tool, you can see that, actually takes a quite a huge socket, 32mm. That going wrong way. See, caught myself out. That's how easy it is to do. Try and keep it square when I'm applying a bit more torque to it. It's getting close to the frame now. Oh, not sure if you can see that, but that's now. Oops, come on, focus. We'll have to learn how to manually focus this because it doesn't always do as it's told. But there, that's right up against the frame. Just need to nip the other side up now. Battery's getting a bit low, so I'll be sharp. So still a couple of threads showing on this side, but that's in tight. That's butt up against the bearing now. That's spot on. Next job. Ooh, crank arms. Right, not much video battery time, so little bit of grease on the square taper. Steel and alloy tend to bond together over time, particularly in a sort of seaside climate that I have here. That's good. Either side with this, not waste the grease. Just needs a thin covering really. When you're dealing with grease, don't lose your rag. Valuable tool. Right. Up there for now. One drive side crank arm. What I might do is just give that a bit of a tap with a rubber mallet just to seat it. On the thread. Here we go. For a moment then I thought I had a different threaded bottom bracket. Tend to be a mixture of all sorts of things on bicycles. That's getting tight. Bit too tight for my fingers. Right. If you remember earlier into the video, I stripped this, stripped the thread in there because I made the rookie error of leaving the bolt in while trying to use the crank removal tool. Don't make that mistake at home, and I certainly won't be making that mistake again. Anyway, thankfully we have a decent bike shop in Morecambe that's sort of like a bike cooperative kind of thing, and they managed to supply me with another one. Pretty much exactly the same, different branding, but I'll polish that off at some point. With good threads on the pedal side and there. Just need to give that a bit of a clean up and that will go on. Same length, very important, unless you've got odd shaped legs. Same throw as well from the centre to where the pedal goes. So that will be going on there in a moment. This bit's already greased up, so on there. Tap from Timmy. Lost my rag then for a minute. On greased up bolt. In we go. 9/16 socket. I can't find my 14mm, but they're roughly the same size and it fits. Could do it being a shorter one rather than a longer each, but as long as I don't slip. May or may not have gone in far enough to get me glasses. Don't forget, left hand thread on the left hand pedal. Again, you're sort of, it's not righty tighty, lefty loosey, it's the opposite way around. Some things are easy with the bike on the floor. tightening pedals so on. There we go. Just need to put the chain on now, and Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. Don't forget to subscribe and press like for those that haven't subscribed. For those that have subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much for watching my channel.